Well, it was probably during 1971 that I bumped into a competitive salesman at South Newcastle Leagues Club, and he told me that the Sharp agency was becoming available, and he asked me would I be interested in joining forces with him and starting a business selling Sharp calculators. And basically that's all we sold for the first 4 or 5 years were calculators. And some people might think that how could you make money selling calculators? Well, calculators in those days ranged in price from around about $2,000 to $5,000 each. Calculators being transportable, we went to the customer. But with photocopiers, they were much larger, they were very, very heavy in their early days, and people wanted to see them, and it was very, very difficult. So we needed a showroom, and we moved opposite Adamstown Post Office, one which was used for calculators, and the other showroom was for photocopiers, and not long after that to become for electronic cash registers as well.
When we first started to sell electronic cash registers, we realised that we could extract that data and collate it and use it in real time to create sales reports. Not many people realise, but John Duncan was also trained as a computer programmer back in the days when computers used punch cards, so quite a while ago. So collating and getting data for use in other things was nothing new. For us, that was a big advantage, and for customers it was a huge benefit.
In the early to mid 80s, facsimile became an offering for all businesses. Being able to send a document via a phone line was quite a wonderful leap in technology. And when you sold somebody a facsimile, they generally obviously had their customers and their suppliers had to have a facsimile in order for them to communicate with one another. So they would generally say, I'll fax it to you, to their customer. The customer would say, I haven't got a fax. Well, you need one because I can't fax it to you. I've got to post it to you. If you haven't got a fax, oh, where'd you get yours from? Sharp Electronics. Yeah, give John Duncan a ring and he'll sell you one. So our customers became our salespeople in a lot of ways, and we employed a lot more people. As an advent of that, different type of technicians were required, people who had telecommunication skills.
I think one of the keys here and one of the strong points of the business is the long-term relationships we have with our clients, and that's built off the back of some great people that have been also with the business for a very long time. Now, those relationships, although we focus primarily on our customers and our clients, that also extends out to our suppliers, and that's something that John has ingrained with us from the very, the get-go or the start, was that if it's got to be a win-win situation for both parties, and that is our clients and also our suppliers.
I started in 1990 as an electronics technician, and that was my first job, my first interview, my first resume, so a lot of firsts. Electronics was something that I loved doing, and a progressive company like Sharp Electronics at the time was a great position for me to be in, fresh out of school. I further went into software development. We were dealing with cash registers at the time, and really they were quite limited to what the customer can achieve. That's when we acquired a software company and decided to write software for ourselves. And that's where SENPOS was created, and that's where it was built and started from. And for that to happen in a local company in Newcastle, that was a real game changer.
And of course, once SENPOS was developed, the company had to develop a whole new business unit, which took us to an entirely new level.